Hello, everyone. My name is Mirna, and on behalf of the Mindalia TV team, we welcome you to Mindalia live streaming, where thousands of people around the world gather daily to see the lectures and interviews organized by Mindalia TV. Today, with us, Angel Rebo, CEO, consultant, TV host, international public speaker, and president of the Wisdom for Kids Foundation, is going to be interviewing Michael Manel. He is a software executive and truth seeker. Before starting with them, we just want to quickly remind you that Mindalia is a nonprofit organization. Our mission is to share information like this one that can help raise the level of consciousness around the world. You can help us. Subscribing to our channel if you haven't done it yet, leaving us a positive comment on this video, or sharing it with someone that you know that is going to benefit from the content that we are going to be talking here today. Also, we are live streaming, and while we are live streaming, we have the active chat, the screen that you're seeing here on my side. Through there, you can interact with us, you can ask your questions, and we want to also invite you to follow our Facebook page, our Instagram account, and you can follow it in Spanish, Mindalia Televisión, in Portuguese, Mindalia Televisão, and of course, Mindalia TV English. We are doing daily broadcasts with beautiful and interesting information as the one that you see daily on Mindalia TV. Visit us and also collaborate with Mindalia with your own valuable content, with your own wisdom. For that, you just have to go to our website. At the top, you're going to find a link. It says collaborate with Mindalia. That link is going to take you to a form that you can fill out, and our technical team will be contacting you. Angel, I'm not going to delay this any further. Welcome to Mindalia live streaming. The screen is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mirna, for the introduction. And Mike, welcome to Mindalia TV.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. A big, massive pleasure. So, you're a truth seeker. What is, truth? Truth is such a big word, Mike.
Yes, it really is.
Okay, so what does truth mean to you?
Well, I guess if I look back at why I call myself a truth seeker, is I look at what I learned growing up and what I was told, and found out that it wasn't always true. So that really put me on a path to find out, well, if I'm being told by the people in authority, meaning my teachers, my business associates, right, the things that are going out there, within the entertainment industry, right? Why is it not being true? What is being? Why is it things being held back? And so I went on that path. I guess my wife and I, back, about 20 years ago, started looking at different areas of social consciousness and then spiritual consciousness. We got involved on that path, and then basically life got in the way a little bit, and I ended up getting sick, and so that put me back on the path. And then I found out, it's funny, I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma cancer, and so I went to the oncologist, and the oncologist says, well, this is incurable. There's 3 choices that you have. We'd like to start you on chemotherapy. And I said, well, it's a immune system cancer, so the chemo is going to kill my immune system. Why would I want to do that? And so I started, there's got to be other ways. So then I started doing my own exploration, and I found out that through, like 4 different paths, which was, looking at taking the toxins out of my body, looking at removing pathogens such as viruses, funguses, and things like that, looking at nutrition and the things that I'm putting into my body, and then also looking at my emotional attachment to things. So that's what the spiritual aspect was. And I needed all of those to be able to heal, and I chose not to go down the chemotherapy route. And so that was right for me. Might not be right for everybody, but it was right for me. And so, it's been, it's been 7 years since my diagnosis, and I haven't had a problem with it. So ever since then, I've been just going through, and it's branched out into other aspects of my life as well. Besides the medical community, I also started looking at, how I'm behaving, what is going on with my interactions with people, how are people interacting with me. Am I being, do I have integrity and truthfulness with my interactions with people? And that's what led me down into the spiritual path. Be able to say, yes, there's more to who we are than just these physical bodies. and what is that? And so I've been pursuing that, I guess, path for quite some time, and really trying to learn, right, well, if there's more to who we are, then what does that mean? And, what started me a little bit down that road was about 10 years ago, somebody said, well, Jesus turned water into wine, he healed people, and by the way, and I said, well, if you look into the Bible and you really read it, he says that you could do everything I do and more. And I said, well, I want to do that. I want to be able to do that. And can I do it? And so that pushed me down this path and said, if you look at all the world religions, they're all looking at the same thing. They're all trying to look at truth. Some of them have strayed off the path a little bit, but a lot of them have that. And if you're saying, okay, well, I'm trying to get closer to the source of that love, what does that do for me? Why do I want it? And so that's what the truth seeker is for me.
Wow, I mean, you were confronted with a, let's say, life-threatening situation.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I guess fear played some role.
It did, and to a certain extent. When I first heard the diagnosis, right, that because you're programmed to understand what cancer is, it's a very fearful disease. And if you look at all the commercials and all the movies and things that were made about it, and you start reading about it, you don't hear. I mean, the survival rates are, they try to say 3 to 5 years, but most of them are not. So yes, fear definitely played a factor. But then I made a conscious decision that said, I'm not going to be driven by fear because I know this. I can eat it. And the more I went down the path, the stronger I became, and the more convinced I became. And so that's why, to me, I find that I had to be hit over the head with a frying pan really to understand what was going on. And that was the cancer, right? And what it really was is an awakening for me to say, you're more than just this body, and you can heal a body. And by the way, you can heal your mind. And that the cancer was just a manifestation of something else that was in your body. And it was something else that was going on within your energy field that was causing you to lose that energy and become sick. And so that's where I started exploring the outer edges of who I really was, to say that this is just the embodiment that I am in, right? But everything else contributes to how this embodiment interacts in this world. And so that's why I started to change and look into my spiritual aspects of it, clear my emotional blockage, right? Clear my spiritual blockages, look at some of the physical things that I had going on. And all of that together was really required for me to heal. And now I know that I'm not going to get sick, because sickness is a choice. And sickness is also an evolution of something that you're allowing to occur in your body to make you feel that way. And once you get to a point in your spiritual journey, you understand that is not possible anymore, that you really control what that is. And then you push off those thoughts and those aspects of your life of things that people bring into the negative feelings that are you're being bombarded with on your TV, your radio, and everything else, right? And you're able to push that away and know that it doesn't affect you. It's not that you don't understand what it is, but you don't take it on as a burden. That's what a lot of us do, and that's why we get sick.
You mentioned the support of your wife. Obviously, someone really, really, really close to you.
Yes.
And obviously, we're talking also about cancer. Cancer is so present in our society. Who doesn't have a friend or a relative?
Everybody knows.
Exactly. That, unfortunately is suffering from cancer right now. So what could you say to these people that they feel inside of them that there's something else besides the normal, traditional ways of healing cancer, or treating cancer? But they might not have someone so close supporting them.
Right.
What do you think they could do?
Yeah, that's a great question, and the reason why I say it's a great question is because when I was diagnosed, there's nothing out there, right? In fact, I got diagnosed with something previously in 2009, which started me a little bit into this journey, and I couldn't find anything. And I went out on the internet, and I scoured all kinds of things. I was reading pamphlets that were written by Merck in 1905, trying to find out what they were doing back then. It's funny, a lot of the things that they were recommending was before pharmaceuticals were available, and they were working. And so I said, all right, well, if it was working for those people back then it should work for us, right? And so that's why I tried it. And so what I've been doing is I've been taking that knowledge, and I've been actually working with people. People are coming up to me now and asking me what I did and how I did it. And it's all a personal choice, right? Because what I did may not work for everybody else. But there are things you could do, change your nutrition. Because a lot of the processed foods and things that are out there actually have chemicals in there that provide side effects that people don't understand. Because they think it's very convenient to use it. But the reason it's convenient to use it is because people created something that really wasn't real, right? So therefore, most of the nutrition is out of those processed foods. And there's other chemicals in there, like I said, that provide side effects. So you really got to take those out of your diet. And you got to look at, whole foods, right? Vegetables, fruits. I mean, there's so much medicine in fruits and vegetables. People just don't understand it. I mean, the garlics, onions, right? The herbs that are out there, peppers. You look at squashes. The foods themselves are really healing. And if you clear all the other things out of your body, then the foods will be able to heal your body. And of course, the mindset is another important piece. You got to believe that you can heal. If you don't believe you can heal, it doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to make it. And that might be harsh, but it's true. I mean, I've helped a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people, and some people were able to move forward, but some people were not. And I found out that it was really their mindset. They truly didn't believe that they can heal themselves. And the fact is, you can heal yourself, and you do heal yourself. You just have to allow yourself to do
it. And these people that you talked to, but unfortunately they didn't maybe listen to you or they didn't want to change their mindset. Why would you say they wouldn't?
Fear.
Fear.
Yeah. I mean, what happens is that when you get diagnosed with a chronic disease, whether it's cancer or autoimmune or whatever it is, you're trained to be able to go to a doctor and listen to what they have to say. You're not trained to question it. And so, and I was always questioning my oncologist, and I would go up to him and I would say, well, what about this? What about that? And I became my own advocate. And because he couldn't answer it. So he was referring me to other specialists around the world to answer those questions. And so I think that that's really what it is, that people don't believe that they should, that they should not question their medical practitioner. And I believe that you should. So the fear comes up because you have all your family also worried about your health. They want you to live. And so they know that what they know is the medical practitioner is going to help you, right? But in some cases, it doesn't. And I'm not against the medical profession at all. I believe that they do wonderful work, but it's not the only thing that's out there. And you got to look at everything and how it resonates with you and whether or not it's going to work for you. And that's what I believe everybody has to do when they get diagnosed with something, is look into their heart and figure out what is the path that they need to take. And if they want to try both, that's great. Now there's so many other people out there that have this type of knowledge. They just have to reach out and get it.
Would you say that thinking out of the box helped you?
Oh, certainly. Yeah. By not accepting my diagnosis and not accepting, the prescribed path was what helped me.
Did you have to fight against anybody like near you, close to you?
Most of my family was agreeable, which I was very lucky to have that support, right? Because I came out immediately to my family and told them what I was going to do. And they were very supportive. There were people in my family that were, my extended family that were very nervous for me. Probably really didn't want me to do that. Wanted me to follow what the doctor's advice was. And that's understandable because they're coming from a place of fear, and they really didn't. They wanted the best for me, and they thought that that was the best for me. But my immediate family members understood where I was and how I thought and believed. Maybe not initially, but as we started moving, they started to believe and see what I was doing was working. So therefore, they saw the truth.
Did you document your journey?
I did, yes.
You did?
Yes. And
have you thought of publishing anything?
Yes, I have. In fact, I've been encouraged to do that a number of times. And so I have been capturing a lot of it to be able to put out there. One of the things I'm also working on is a database, because I believe that this information should be available for everybody at any time for free. And so they, what I want to do is I want to put all of this information into a database. They put in their diagnosis, and it comes out with the alternative items that they can also add to supplement whatever other path they're taking.
Awesome. It's amazing. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mike, for sharing your journey and for sending light to so many people that probably are in darkness now. So
yeah,
really
it works for them.
Thank you very much for sharing all this with Mindalia TV's audience today.
It's my pleasure.
Absolutely. So again, this is Angel Rivo with Mindalia TV. Thank you very much for being with us today, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.